In another major twist in the Pune Porsche drunk driving case, the report submitted by the inquiry committee before the state government has revealed the involvement of a woman. In fact, the report states that Dr. Halnoor, who was arrested in this case, his custody in fact ends with the Pune police today. Cops will further try to seek his custody. However, in this case, the report mentions that so as to swap the blood samples, blood of a woman as well as that of two elderly people was collected. The blood of the accused was swapped with either of these bloods. Speculations, however, are rife about the blood of the mother of the accused being collected. However, there is no confirmation on this from the cops or from the inquiry committee as yet. However, now the role of the accused's mother is also under the scanner. Cops have so far recorded the statement of the accused's mother at their residence. However, over the last more than 24 hours, as of now, sources have mentioned that the mother of the accused is out of the city and missing in action. In fact, she is also gone incommunicado. Of course, questions have been raised, statements have been recorded of the mother pertaining to her role on several aspects. One, of course, the swapping of blood samples. Secondly, also her involvement at Yerwara police station when the accused was brought to the police station on the night of the accident. This was to question her with regards to the pizza and biryani that was served to the accused. Apart from that, her role and her husband and father-in-law's role when it comes to the involvement in forcing the driver to admit his crime. Her statement has been recorded in that. Apart from that, her statement by the cops have also been recorded on the whole depression theory angle, because before the Juvenile Justice Board, the legal team of the accused had said that the accused suffers from depression, which is why he's adopted the habit of drinking. Now, of course, the mother has been questioned if she was aware of his drinking habit, and further questions have been raised about this blood samples that have been swapped. Did the mother know of the blood sample swapping? Because earlier the investigation by cops had also revealed that there were 14 phone calls between the father of the accused and Dr. Ajay Tavre. Dr. Ajay Tavre was in fact the HOD of forensics at Sassoon hospital. It has been mentioned that he had called up Dr. Ajay Tavre 14 times just before the blood samples could be collected. These calls were all the way between 8:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. And in these 14 phone calls, there were discussions that were held about the blood samples changing, because the blood samples were in fact taken, they were disposed of and then replaced with another blood samples. So far, the inquiry committee's report states that there were 3 blood samples that were collected by Dr. Halnoor. Then it was on the instruction of Dr. Ajay Tavre that Dr. Halnoor had changed his blood samples. All of these 3 people, including Dr. Ajay Tavre, Halnoor and the technician in this case, they've all been suspended from service after the committee of the inquiry, after the report of the inquiry committee which has been submitted to the state government. Apart from that, the dean of Sassoon hospital has been sent on a forced leave so as to ensure that there's a fair probe that's conducted in this very case. All of these investigations are on as their custody ends today, wherein cops will further try and get the further custody of these 3 people. Questions also are raised about who was the person on whose instruction these 3 doctors were working on. So far as we speak of Vishal Agarwal, the father of the accused, it has been mentioned that he was the one who was initiating all these actions. Cops are now trying to understand and investigate as to what was the amount that was promised to Dr. Ajay Tavre, or what was the promise that was made to him in lieu of changing these blood samples, because so far 2.5 lakh have been found from the residence of Dr. Halnoor and 50,000 from the residence of the technician. So far, cops need to further understand as to what was it that Dr. Ajay Tavre was working for, and that what was the reason why he changed these blood samples.